Alright, so friends, it's Harrison here and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about my 5-month post-op top surgery. I know I say this in all of my stuff that I'm like, I can't believe I'm at 5 months. I can't believe I'm at 7 months. Like, I literally can't believe it. It just feels like time is going by so fast. It's unbelievable how much your body can heal and how much your body can progress over like a certain amount of time. Like obviously being on testosterone, I'm seeing these monthly changes, and also recovering from surgery, I'm seeing these monthly changes as well. Like I've never done anything like this in my life. Like I'd never had surgery before. I never really had an injury where I had to rehab for a certain amount of time. So this is my first real experience with going through like a slow progression. At the beginning of my road of recovery after surgery, I was really concerned with the scars. I was like, I don't want them to stretch at all. I don't want anything wrong with them. Like I want them to just be so thin so that they'll fade into nothing. But now that I'm at month 5, I don't really worry about that anymore. Like I'm not thinking like, oh my God, like I just want my scars to not be there. Like that's not my mentality anymore. And I think it's really shifted, and I'm glad that it's shifted so that I'm not so nervous about moving and like doing every little thing. I like my scars. Like I don't want them to be huge or anything like that, and I know I needed to take care of myself, but I like them. I really do, and I really love the way that my chest is looking, and I couldn't be more happy with the results of my surgery. So I went to Dr. Garramone in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I had my surgery July 3rd, 2018. So now it's December 3rd, 2018, so I'm at my 5-month post-op. So I want to talk about my progression and what does it feel like. I'm obviously not going to go through all of it because I have a lot of my updates, so if you want to look at those, go back through my videos. The progression of my surgery, it was honestly just like I had spent so much time hindering myself from moving that my recovery milestones were like, oh, I forgot to limit myself, and now I realized that I could sleep on my side, or now I realized that I could reach up and grab that. It was because I consciously wasn't stopping myself from doing it, and then once I like did it by accident, I was like, oh, I can do that more. So month 5 has really been liberating. I'm not really hindering my movements anymore. I'm moving freely. Mind you, I haven't done pull-ups or anything like that, and I haven't done bench press yet. But I wanted to talk about why I haven't. Obviously, I didn't want my scars to stretch, so I didn't do anything. Then I started to feel really antsy, and I wanted to work out. And when I was working out, I was feeling a tightness. And I was talking to a couple of my friends, our massage therapists, and they were talking about that the one, she was saying that she was doing another trans guy's scars and massaging his scars and like massaging his back and making sure that his movements get back to what they were, and their words really made me think that I don't want to feel this tightness. I want to feel like normal skin. That's what they told me. They were pointing to like skin on my stomach or skin on my arm and like showing the movement and saying that your skin should all move together. What you have right now is like scar tissue that's adhered to certain things, so it's hindering your movement. Now, I'm not an expert and I could be saying something wrong, so don't go by what I'm saying. Always talk to your doctor, always talk about your therapist, like physical therapist, and make sure that you're doing what's right for your body. This is what I've been doing for my body. So I went to my friend and got a massage, and she was massaging my back, and she actually massaged right on the scars and was just talking about that I'm tight and that I need to work on my posture and my stretches to get my body back to being able to move without a restriction. So I had one of my sides that was it was my right side, that was very swollen when I first got my surgery and once I was recovering. So it was swollen for about 2 months, and I had a lot of fluid and I didn't want to move it, and so the scars stretched like a little bit, and I expected that side to be more painful when she started to massage directly on the scars. Actually, this side, my left side, was more painful. Like it wasn't painful, it was just more discomfort. And I was like, I thought that this side would be more discomfort. And she's like, are you right-handed? And I said, yes. And she said that that's probably because I've been using my right arm more and I've been moving that. So the movement has caused more flexibility, I guess, in the skin. I'm not sure. But this side, I didn't use as much, and it was more uncomfortable, and I didn't like that feeling. So it's really made me think like, oh, I should move so that this can start to loosen up. Mind you, I'm at month 5. I'm not advocating moving at like 2 weeks and stretching your scars at all, but I'm happy that I didn't move as much. Like I'm pleased with the way that my scars look, but I could have moved earlier. So yeah, so what I've been doing for my scars and stuff, I've been doing a little bit of the scar guard, a little bit of the paint, but for the most part I've been doing the bio oil and just massaging in twice a day, and that's been really nice. I think the massaging is helping me feel a little bit less restricted. But I also have the thing when I was in college, and it flares up from time to time. I have stress-induced eczema, and I used to get some itchy patches on my neck, above my eye. I started to get that on my scar, so I'll show you guys more in close. All right, so here's a better look at my scars. I'll get a little bit more close up so you can see them, but here's just a general view of it. But yeah, so here's what it looks like from the side, from the front, from the other side. So here is my left side. As you can see, I have like some red bumps and stuff. I think that's like a stress rash. I have it a little bit here, and it's itchy, so the scars aren't spread out like that, and that's not part of the scarring. That's just a little bit of some irritation. As you can see, it's starting to decrease in pigment. The other side is more decreased, but you can see right here, like there's no scar, and obviously there was an incision there, and that's really interesting. And then the nipples are looking good. I'm getting a little bit of some stretch marks here, but I'm okay with it. But other than that, I think they look pretty good. All right, so this is my right side. As you can see from the other side too, there are some red marks and some rash-like things. Again, I'm going to the doctor to see what's going on with that. But yeah, so the pigmentation is going down here definitely. I think right here is where the most part of it is faded. And then obviously it's still purplish and reddish here. Here's the other nipple. A little bit of stretch marks, but overall, I think it looks great. But yeah, so those are my scars, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Please, if it did, give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions on surgery or anything like that, please put them in the comments. I'll do my best to get to them. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. Nobody in those comments, unless it's directly your surgeon, which I highly doubt would be commenting on my YouTube video. They don't have professional advice, as much as people would say like, oh, I'm a therapist, oh, I'm this, and I have these credentials. They're not your surgeon. So you can only take what you will out of what somebody says, what I say. Be careful, don't follow anybody's advice that isn't your doctor or your surgeon or your physical therapist. So I just can't reiterate that enough. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along with my journey even more, please feel free to subscribe. I post weekly videos. If you want to follow any of my social medias, they're down below, and I will. See you next time.